Orioles fans, let's take a moment to take a step back and look at the team. I know we are a young squad that's got a lot of talent, a lot of drive, a lot of heart, a lot of passion. But in terms of experience, it's not there yet. And I don't know if this team's going to be able to pull off a massive win tomorrow night. The Orioles will take on the Texas Rangers in Game 3 of the ALDS, trailing them 2-0. It's a tough deficit to battle back from. It will take a lot to force a winner-take-all Game 5 of this series. Winning on the road is a tough aspect in sports, especially in postseason. Down there in Arlington, Texas, seeing this Rangers squad having a chance to finally break through and getting over the hump with a chance to having to reach the ALCS for the first time since 2011. As for the Orioles right here, I do believe that they have a chance to play for each other, do something special, and most importantly, show the baseball world that they're not done yet. Now, of course, as an Orioles fan, you must remain optimistic. You must remain hopeful that anything could happen on the road in Texas. But it will take all of these players, every single one of these players in that clubhouse, to deliver and keep sustaining their season for many, many days to come. And of course, the rebuild was a massive success. We still have a lot more years to come to be even better. But I do want to preview what the Orioles have to do in order to keep their season going. Now, I know I didn't really make a playoff preview before the playoffs got started for the Orioles, so I'll just have to make one right here because this may be my last playoff preview for the year for my team. So, obviously the last two games have not been what we thought and what we envisioned as Orioles fans. I know the team has spoke about it. They all knew how it felt to lose 2 straight games in the postseason. And most of all, the players know they have to play better. Start off with the bats real quick. Obviously, it was a hard 2-game stand in Baltimore offensively. Game 1, you put up 2 runs. Game 2, you fought hard. You put up 8 runs. I know that the Texas Rangers offense, second most runs scored, and one of the most dominant offenses in the league. As far as what I'm seeing in this series, I just think that the Rangers are the better team. And I don't know why, analytics favor us in the first 2 games. We should be favored as underdogs because this is a young team with 0 playoff experience and a lot of young stars in that clubhouse with a lot of talent. As far as the pitching staff, yes, they are young too, but they do have a lot of talent and capability of winning ball games as well. They do have a competitive mindset to win ball games. Speaking of the pitching staff, they just need to get better, execute throwing strikes, especially the bullpen. They just need to hold their strides. Looking at Jacob Webb, he's a little bit, not just a little bit, but inconsistent throughout the first 2 games of this series. Giving up hits, giving up homers. Obviously, the Grand Slam was painful to watch. Danny Coulomb throwing strikes. But yes, he walked a couple guys, gave up some hits, but this bullpen's just gotta remain vigilant. Offensively, I still think that they can, you know, put up hits on the board, put up runs on the board, still show that they are capable of scoring. They're one of the best offenses in the league. They're one of the main reasons why we won 101 games this year. They're one of the amazing reasons why we got to this point. Being here in the playoffs means a lot to this club. All these guys have got to do is just leave everything out there on the field. No matter what happens, no matter what happened in the regular season, no matter what bad things trigger them throughout the span of a season, they got to go out there, overcome adversity, see what adjustments they got to make, and be prepared to play in Game 3 of the ALDS tomorrow night. That's all I got to say. As for Brendan Hyde and the coaching staff, he did spoke about it in the press conference that, Grayson Rodriguez, he was just not ready. And he can definitely tell from what he saw in Game 2. He did also say that Dean Kramer is going to start tomorrow night. During some sort of dialogue today in the morning, that he will start Game 3. So I just hope for the best for Dean Kramer tomorrow as he faces a really good Texas Rangers lineup. And as for the offense, I just hope that they can get better at bats as they take on Nathan Uvadi, who, by the way, is a great starting pitcher that dominated in the Tampa Bay series and the Wild Card series. But these guys just need to show that they're not done yet. I've seen 2-0 or 3-0 series leads getting cut down time after time. It happens. Not most of the times, but sometimes you can blow a 2-0 or 3-0 series lead. And winning on the road, if you can do that, you can most certainly win at home. But it will take a lot for this Baltimore Orioles squad, the number 1 seeded Orioles, who have fought and clawed their way to this moment. They got to put it out there, leave it on the line, leave it out there on the field, and just bring in some fight, some passion, some heart, some energy, and be ready to play it for Game 3. So he can force a Game 4, and he can definitely do some more special things down there in Texas. If he can win Game 3, that'll be awesome. And if you will have a better chance in playing competitive and winning Game 4. And that'll just be enough to force a winner take all Game 5 with a chance to go to the ALCS. But it will take a massive amount of effort to put in if you're the Orioles to keep your season going. You know your season's on the line. You know you have to play better, and you know you have to overcome your mistakes and execute whatever needs to be done. That's all I gotta say. What I will leave is this final message. Go out there and give everything you got. That's all I gotta say. With that being said, the Orioles just have to leave it out there on the field. No matter what happens, we'll live with the results. So, that being said, that's all I gotta say. Let's get it.